So what's going on with you, man? Though, because I'm seeing you lot getting carried away now. You're seeing some patterns. You're seeing some triangles, and Mason Mount scored again, and that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was a finish, though.
Don't you see it all? They're saying back-to-back wins. We won a trophy.
Getting carried away.
Yeah, bro.
Listen, that first 35 minutes, bro. You know what it is? We're starving out here. When I see Kobbie and Bumo linking up, I was like, "Yo,
Brother was even mad." Bumo,
aye.
Don is actually a madman, you know. I love Don. Don is actually a madman.
We got done, man.
Let's see you lot getting carried away.
Nah, the first 35.
It's true. They're seeing some patterns through the midfield, you know? Oh my God. Oh shit.
I was starving. You're done, man. Allow us, man. We're not used to this, man, guys.
So starved of decent football, man.
Bro,
so
it's starved, bro. Listen, man. Allow us, guys, man. Listen, I know you lot laugh at United, but we don't see this all, man. So when I see this little movement and I see the passing, I'm like, yo, this is good, you know? Hey, guys, man. Yo, listen, man. People, we're starving out here, man. We're starving out here, bro.
That was so funny.
I'm laughing because I was actually seeing people saying, "Oh, we're passing it." Oh my God.
I saw Stappy's tweet. Stappy was like, we actually look like a decent Premier League.
I'm
Saeed, where are you going to finish? Where are you going to finish?
If we get the positions we get, so we get the goalkeeper, we get the striker, we get midfielder, I think United can finish top 6.
Wait. How many positions did you say?
Goalkeeper, midfielder, and a striker. If we get them 3 positions, we can finish top 6.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah, because I don't think Brentford have kicked on. All these teams where they're going, I don't think they've kicked on. You know what I mean?
I feel like all the middle teams have regressed. Everybody
regressed. There you go. So even Newcastle, if they lose Isak, bro, there's no guarantee of the play. So you know what I mean? So I'm not saying it's guaranteed, by the way. I'm just saying what United I think could go and get top 6 with 1 game a week as well. If it was 2 games a week, I would have been see you later. But with 1 game a week, yeah. I could easily say that happening. But we need to midfield. You see how midfield that Ugarte, bro. I swear down, bro. Guys, man, yeah. Listen to me, bro. He might be the worst midfielder I've seen, bro.
I'll be real.
It looks worse now, but this is the thing, though, man. You're not supposed to play bad. Like him in a
I know this flip.
He has to be in a 3-man midfield. When it's a 2-man midfield, you can't play somebody who's that bad on the ball in there. It just don't make no sense.
I'll be real, George. I feel like your guy is only really going to be used in the big games just to destroy it and pass it on. You can't play him for the majority of your game. He's not it.
The manager does not. The problem with this manager here, he does not prioritize that midfield, bro. He does not he's playing Bruno there, bro. And I tweeted out here. I said, I said, yo, Bruno will get this manager sacked, bro, because he's not a midfielder. You can clearly see he's not a midfielder. In that double pivot, in the 10 role, cool. Do his thing. You can get assists in that.
You mean he's not a centre midfielder? He's not a central
midfielder, bro. That's why you need legs. You need players that can get on the ball and start moving. The guy tried to nutmeg Ndiaye and then got mad at Ndiaye for getting the ball off him, and then obviously lost the ball. And
he was fighting whilst when you man conceding. He's in there pushing back and forth. This is your captain, bro.
Are you mad?
Joke, man. He's actually a joke, man.
Are you mad? So we need to buy a midfielder. I don't know who's out there. Douglas Luiz, flipping. No, bro. I would have wanted.
That's the thing, though, Saeed, bro.
What type of midfielder do you need? Just
we need
controlling midfielder.
We need a controlling midfielder, but also someone that's very, very athletic as well. That can get about the pitch. I think Douglas Luiz is a little bit of a mixture of that. He's still got the legs in midfield.
Do you know he would have actually been all right for you lot, but you lot probably wouldn't have wanted to loan him, but he would be good for you. Who Spurs just got? I think Paulino would have done a job in your team. You're
getting another Ugarte profile, man.
You're getting another Ugarte, bro.
Oh, this is disrespect to Paulino. He's much better than you,
bro. He's a much better passer. He's a much better on the ball than Ugarte.
Exactly.
If you watch him for Portugal, you'll see him next to Vitinha. Like, bro, there's a difference.
No, but that's the thing, though. What did you say there? Next to Vitinha, you play Paulinho next to an actual centre mid. You're cooking, right? But if you're asking him to be the centre mid, Broski, he's not a central midfielder, is he? He's a DM first.
Somebody said yesterday, it's like drinking out of a glass cup and a can, bro. Like you still drinking the same drink, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's not do this. Like, I get it, yeah. He's not as bad on the ball as Ugarte, but bro, man, I'd swear, I watched him for Bayern Munich. He is not all that, bro. In a pressured environment, yeah, cool. When you're Fulham, the mentality is to win the ball back, high pressure, whatever. You're not. When the thing is with Bayern Munich, they say, yo, you have to be good on the ball, mate. You need to show some decent technical ability.
No, but not to be rude, the place you lot are right now, you've adopted the similar mentality to Fulham. It's just win the ball back and move it on anyway. You're not trying to adopt like the pretty style.
In a 4-3-3, I think that's why I think that Tottenham's going to work, because I've seen Norgard play for Brentford and the manager's got the best out of him. What's his name? The Thomas Frank. He's got the best out of Norgard in a Brentford team. So I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I think he'll do well in a 4-3-3 or whatever formation they're playing over there, because there's going to be players around him. There's going to be a system there. It's strong. The manager's tactically very, very flexible. He can adapt to situations. I think he'll do all right over there. But you can't transmit that to Man United and think, yeah, he's going to do well for us. It's not. It's not.
The thing is, though, Saeed, yeah, like when you talk about your midfield and that, bro, don't you have to get rid of someone at least? Because you got bare man in there. You got like they're not obviously you want better than these guys, but you still need to get rid of them. Like you got Casemiro, Mainoo, who for me doesn't suit the system, right?
Yeah.
You've got obviously even my man Justin Bieber. I forgot my man's name. What's my man's name? The guy you got from Brighton. Collier, that meaty, he's average, bro.
Yeah, he's not.
You've got who else have you got in there? You've got Bruno, and then you've got Ugarte.
Yeah.
So when I'm looking at it, I'm like, bro, one of them has to leave surely to bring in another body.
Bro, yeah, maybe we'll sell Collier, and then maybe. Yeah, but the thing is, though, we lost Ericsson, bro. So really and truly, we should have added to that midfield anyway. But I get what you're trying to say, though. But the problem is, though, with this two, it's like there's bare bodies in there, because you've only got Bruno in there. You've only got to really rotate the one player, because if it's gonna be Ugarte, Casemiro, Mason Mount, and whoever, there's a lot of bodies there. So they're looking at it from a point of view of really and truly, we don't need to really buy a midfielder, because we can rotate one with Bruno. The Bruno's going to stay there. He can play 70 games here and he will not feel tired. This guy's a machine. One thing I will say about Bruno, he never gets tired. He don't get tired. You feel me? So end of the day,
and he don't get injured. He's always available.
So end of the day, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. It's gonna be one. Yeah.
You know what's weird? Because I had a bit of content I did a month or so ago, and one of the questions I had to be was free in and free out of Man United, and I actually said I would sell Kobbie Mainoo, and Man United fans won't like it, but he doesn't fit that system, and he can actually bring in a hell of a lot of money for you because of the English tax and stuff. And I actually think that would not be a bad move if you, depending on who you bring in, of course. If you're talking about Baleba, you're talking about Wharton, getting those guys, you're gonna have to sell someone for me.
It's funny because when I suggested this, Potts, not that long ago, Said was trying to cook me. He didn't like it.
No, but do you know what it is?
About Mainoo not fitting in their team and how he may need a new
Jordan Potts, when you agree though, this is where the manager needs to earn his money. You've got a talented player. You need to make it work around that player, because for me, Mainoo, one, he's an academy graduate, and we can all see the talents there. He will be here, in my opinion.
40 million now.
40
after the manager. 40. But this is where I agree with you, Potts, that he doesn't fit into this system. He doesn't at all. He looks like a rabbit in headlights. However, Amorim needs to now earn his money, because mainly he's one of United's best midfielders. I know it's not hard to be, but he's one of their best midfielders.
No, you know the thing is though, Roms, you got to look at it like this, certain players, and you are right, with a young player who's just got talent, let's have it right, they can be molded into any position. If you've got some certain attributes, especially a central midfielder, we've seen with a player like Lewis Skelly, you can play a left back, right? If you're good enough, you can be molded into a certain position. I think for the problem is with this system, it requires too many specialist roles. You've got a wing back, so you definitely can't play in the wing back. He's central midfielders. You're playing with a two-man midfielder, so you need two guys that specialize. One in, like you say, a controlling, ball-destroying midfielder, and then one that can create, play through the lines and be better. He's not either of those players at the moment. He's too young. He hasn't grown into either of those profiles. And then he's been used in that left forward role where he did look good, don't get me wrong, but he's not better than any of the left forwards that they got. So he's stuck in a position where you're not going to get that much minutes. You're probably best off, if you want to keep him, you're best off loaning him out to get minutes where he plays full 90 minutes. Because I think when I've looked into it, he's barely completed a 90 minutes for Man United.
No.
It's making it look like that he has fitness issues when it's not. Like he's just not had that time to even build that up and actually play a consistent minutes across a long period of time.